Good morning. It's another gorgeous day. I'm still in my pyjamas. I've just chucked a jumper on. It's lovely and warm in here, but it's chillier starts in the morning. Not cold, but just takes a while to warm up. So I've got my cup of tea. I've come to check the temperatures, get watered and start my day. So it's currently 22.9 degrees here in the polytunnel and 17.6 degrees outside. And we've had a maximum over the last 24 hours of 36.4 here in the poly and 30.6 outside, and minimum temperatures of 10.5 in here and 9.4 outside. So I'm just resetting the thermometer and I'm going to get watered in here. I'm going to get the door behind you open and the fan set up. It's actually quite a damp morning. We've had a dew across the grass and we're having some lovely starts because the temperature is dipping in the early hours. It just means there's a lot of moisture on the grass and then of course on the beds outside, so they shouldn't need watering this morning, so it's just in here. And everything's looking so lovely in here at the moment. The nasturtiums and the other flowers in the hanging baskets are looking really pretty. I have to say I've been snacking on these peas. They're just delicious. The Mizuna here has been bolting and flowering, but I've let it flower a little because I may have mentioned before that Victor, our tortoise, really enjoys the Mizuna and he actually loves the flowers, as well as the mustard there. So yeah, I've let those flowers continue rather than snipping them off because it gives him a lovely tasty snack. And that's one of the things that I do. So I kind of come out and get the watering done. I will sometimes put the sprinkler on if it needs it on the plot, and I also then go round and check the sheep and the horses, make sure they've got water, but while I'm over here I forage for Victor. So there's various bits and pieces growing in here and that I'm growing that he can eat, and then also weeds such as plantain, dandelion, although I only give him in dandelion in moderation. Plantain makes up the bulk of his diet, but I have a little forage around to collect his breakfast. And while we're in here, I've got a few things to show you that are really quite exciting. So I'm just going to finish the last bit of my tea and then let's have a look. So first of all, just look at those onions. So I've completely filled up the slats here, but I've also popped a couple of bread trays, old bread trays, onto some plant pots. I've put some, sorry, I'm banging into the wind chime, so I'm aware that must be very loud. So I've put some upturned plant pots and then balanced the trays on top, and I've also got those full of onions, so they're seasoning, and oh my goodness, what a lovely harvest. And the next thing I'm super excited about is we're starting to get some of these tomatoes, and I don't know if you can see that. I'll put my hand behind it, but look at the colour of those. These are the midnight snacks, and it's starting to set a few tomatoes, and oh my goodness, the colour is something else. And then just down here, let's give it a little twist, is my first courgette, and it's one of these little round ones. Look at that, gorgeous. It was ready, the flower end was just dropping off, and that's usually a good indicator that they're ready. So that's my first courgette. So I'm just foraging for Victor. I'm starting with some nasturtium here. I'll get him some calendula and I'll work my way around, get him a nice full bowl and take that over for him. But one of the things I really enjoy first thing in the morning is coming over, getting the watering done, foraging for Victor, and just enjoying that early morning sunshine. The birds are singing, just having a really good look at what's going on here over at the veg plot. So I've just popped over. I'm going to put the kettle on. I need to fill a flask because I'm actually going wild swimming this morning, and even in this warm weather it's really important for us to have a hot drink. I'm meeting up with my swim buddy Jules and we're going to have a lovely swim. We're meeting at 9 o'clock. It's just 8 o'clock at the moment, but I was going to have a coffee anyway, so I might as well make this flask up, and then I'm going to pop out and do the horses and the sheep, and then I'm off for a swim. So this is the access. There's a footpath that goes around the edge, and there's a little beachy area over there as well, and you can get in there as well. But it's just beautiful. I don't know if you can see, there's a swan in the distance. So I'm going to get some of these potatoes harvested today. I've already had a few pickings from the polytunnels. I've got some peas, there's a few of the dwarf beans and a courgette, but I want to see if there's any. I'm hoping for a harvest from some of my potatoes. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So this is the one where the foliage has started to die back. I've got, was it 6? Yeah, tubs, all sown at the same time or planted at the same time, but this is the one that I'm hoping to harvest first, so fingers crossed. Let's see what we've got in here. So these are Colleen, and don't we just love a good potato reveal? You never know what you're going to get. Ooh. Let me just get something to put them in. There's a couple already. So I've got a trug. Let's have a good rummage. So I've got 2 already. Okay, so not bad. So, not a bad little harvest. Some reasonable sized ones and enough for us to have a meal. And I think there were 2 seed potatoes in there, so that's not bad. I'm happy with that.
And don't forget, if you want to support my channel, you can buy me a virtual coffee. There's links both in this video description and in my channel description. Thank you so much.